In the spirit of our current administration doing their best to uphold religious values in a government that was founded on separation of church and state, I'm gonna be doing some Christian girl makeup with y'all. Also because it's Lent. Do Christians celebrate Lent, or is that just a Catholic thing? Anyways, I just think we should all be doing our part to present ourselves in a more God-honoring way. To every single brand I'm about to use in this video, I am so sorry. Contrary to popular belief, we are starting with skin prep because we want our skin nice and supple, the way every single youth minister wants their congregation. For brows, we're gonna go with something a little more accessible as we transition from funding public school districts to prioritizing private and charter schools. Elmer's glue stick. Start from the back of the brow because the last shall be first. To be perfectly frank, I was a private school girly up until college, and my high school education was actually pretty good. This is absolutely a topic for another video, but I will say seeds were planted. Seeds were planted. There are books that were a part of my curriculum that are now a part of the banned book list, and that's all I have to say about that. Just a tad bit of color correction because God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. I don't know if that did anything. See what I mean? Obviously, no human being is perfect, but the point of Christianity is we're trying to strive to be more like God, right? More innocent, more godlike, more pure, which is why I'm painting my face white. White symbolizes purity, much like turtle doves, or the Europeans that translated this text and interpreted it to feed their own agendas, and still do today, as evidenced by the over 600 rules written in Leviticus that are being cherry-picked by modern Christians despite the text being written for a small tribe of ancient Jews. Cultural context is very important when talking about interpreting the Bible. Setting this with a purple powder because I don't have a pure white translucent powder, and also because Lent, I'm gonna contour a little bit with gray. Represent the stone tablets that the 10 Commandments were etched onto. The second of which I believe says, "Y'all shall not take the Lord's name in vain," which I believe pertains less to saying things like, "Oh my God," in casual conversation, and more to things like using the word of God to justify things like slavery, deportation, barring the entire country from affordable health care. This video is not gonna get seen by anyone. I'm gonna take this yellow orange for the eyes to represent fire, which in some cases represents life, and in some cases represents the flames of hell, which I guarantee you butthurt Christians are gonna claim I belong for being both critical of the church and a queer woman. But I personally think that if your whole belief system is based on scaring people into being a good person rather than just being a good person and leading by example, you definitely need to re-examine your conscience. I'm gonna finish this eye off camera because I need to re-examine what exactly I'm doing. And then for lips, we're gonna go with the color of thine perceived enemies. Maybe if you opened your hearts and your minds to other people and helped them out regardless of who they were, and maybe if you didn't cite any valid criticism of the church as an attack on your faith, people wouldn't villainize you. And this is the finished Christian girl look. If it wasn't evident already, happy April Fools. This was my reference point. If you know, you know. If you want to debate in the comments, I'm not going to stop you. I'm also not going to participate. But what I will say is that the most safe and secure I have ever felt as a Catholic was at a drag show.